Good morning. May the 4th be with you. I hope everybody is having a wonderful Thursday or Friday Eve, however you like to look at things. Welcome to Ask Ashley. I'm out of breath because I was running around doing stuff a couple seconds before I went live. I had to do a little bit of laundry. I had to go find my earrings, but we are here. All is well. We are fine. We have one question from Umber. But if you have any crochet business questions and you want to start popping them into the comments, I'm going to say hi, everyone. You can pop them in the comments. Sierra will star them, and then they will go to my questions folder, and then I will answer them here live with you guys. You can ask me crochet business questions. You can ask me a crafty concept questions. You can ask me Crochet Boss Academy questions, anything that you would like. And I will answer them for the next 30 minutes or so. We're going to start with Umber's question. And she says, how do you deal with burnout? How do you make sure you don't work 12-hour days all the time? So, hi, love you, never change. So that's a very good question, Umber. And I'm not the best person to answer it. I'll give you my opinion, but I am a workaholic. It is what I think. I don't know if it's my ADHD or like my history of depression, but when I'm working, my mental health is good. If I'm not working, my mental health is bad. Like I have to be productive in order to feel value in myself. Like I said, I don't know if it's ADHD, history of depression. I don't know, but that's just my truth. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I have no idea. So I love to work. I have to pull myself away to go be with my family. And my family, like Gabe and Ava, they like to sit and watch TV. Or Gabe will watch The Office on the big TV, and Ava will watch PBS Kids on her iPad. That is not a good time for me. Like I don't enjoy that. But I know that they need my presence there. So sometimes I will sit there and like try to crochet or something while watching The Office with Gabe. I don't not like The Office. It's just not my favorite. Like it is Gabe's. He loves it to death. I would rather be in here getting stuff done, but I have to pull myself away very much to spend time with my family. My goal is to only, well, my goal was to only work while Ava was in school. And then when I pick her up, my work day is over. So that would give me till about 2:00 every day. So like 6:30 to 2:00. But now we're doing homeschool, and this semester is almost over, and then we're doing homeschool. So that's going to look a little bit different. I don't know. We're not sure exactly how our schedule is going to play out when we switch to homeschool, but I will figure it out as I go. And if I need to hire some sort of help like a nanny, then I will. And we'll make it happen. We'll make changes as necessary in order to make things like that happen. But I enjoy working. Now, that being said, I do not I understand burnout because sometimes I don't want to do the work that I have to do. Like I'd rather do different work. So I'm burnt out on certain work, maybe. Um, and things that you can do to help is give yourself a creative outlet. There's all kinds of stuff. I have a confidence boosting YouTube video from February that would also help you if you're struggling with burnt out. Because it's going to help you with a mindset shift and surrounding yourself with the right kind of people and influences, both in person and on social media, specifically social media. So Sierra will link that in the comments. Go ahead and copy and paste it to some sort of sticky note on your computer or phone or something. Take a screenshot of it and go watch that as soon as this live is over, because it will very much help with a mindset issue. And a lot of times things like low confidence or burnout or imposter syndrome or lack of motivation, all of that stuff can be a mindset issue. So definitely go check that out. But one of the things that I would recommend doing as soon as you're even a little bit able, like you might not be as comfortable as you'd like to be. It might be a little bit out of your comfort zone, which is a good place to be. But as soon as it's even remotely possible for you to hire help, I recommend hiring help. Excuse me. You can get a virtual assistant to help you do the business side of things like social media, emails, Pinterest, things like that, even photography, right? Or you can have a maker help you make your pieces, whichever thing that you need. I have used both in the past. Technically, I still do. See, I don't remember. I think we took all the beanies out. I think Sierra and I took all the beanies out. So right now we just do, she's just my virtual, like not doing finished pieces anymore because I was just over as burnout, I guess. I don't know. I just didn't want them in my shop anymore because I didn't want to create confusion for my ideal customer and for the Etsy algorithm. I wanted to make sure that Etsy was showing my stuff to the people that I need them to show my stuff to, not finished piece buyers, but crocheters. So it's a whole thing. But I have used both finished piece helpers, and I have two virtual assistants. Well, one's in real life, but whatever. They're both my assistants right now, and that helps a lot. And virtual assistants can range for different prices, different packages. You can get small packages, you can get bigger packages and save money off the top. I recommend always paying by the hour. That's just good business, unless you are doing finished pieces. Then I recommend paying per product. So if it's finished pieces per product, if it's like techie work per hour, is the best way to do it for that I have found for me. For finished pieces, I paid my helpers 50% of the retail price. I paid to have them ship it to me. So I paid for the shipping for them to ship the things to me, and I paid for 50% of the retail price. So they got, I think my prices were $25. So they got $12 a beanie, and I paid for them to ship them to me. And I tagged them, and then I packaged them and sent them out to the people. I did not pay for their yarn, but we used Hobby Lobby yarn, and it goes 30% off every other week. So pretty good setup. And then they don't have to do anything business. They just get to sit back and crank out beanies all day long. And everybody has their own ideal of happiness, right? So if that, you don't get to say just because you would hate doing that, that everybody else would hate it too. There's people, everybody is so different from one another. It's unbelievable the more you think about it. There's many people who would absolutely love to do that. So Umber, if you need some finished piece helpers or digital product help, or digital virtual assistants will be a faster thing for you to get. You will have to do a little bit of training to show them what you want. They need to know your brand tone, things like that, depending upon the product, the task that you give them. But they can make your Etsy listings for you. They can come up with emails that you could send out to your ideal customer. They could create landing pages for you to get email signups. Like, they can do a lot. And if you would like some more information on hiring virtual assistants, send me and Sierra, just send me an email to Ashley at A Crafty Concept, and I will point you in the right direction. I hope that was helpful, Umber. Thank you for your question. Darren says, so excited to be able to catch you live. Hey, girl. Hey, I have an Insta question. Should I archive my feed since I changed names and rebranded? Nope. You should keep everything the same. Take your audience on the journey with you. It will be fun for people to scroll back 5 or 6 years from now all the way to the beginning and see where you started and see where you're at now. Take them on the journey with you. It will be a fun experience for everybody. Keep them on there. How do you build a clientele? So, love you never change. I do not build a clientele. With the type of business that I have and that the type of business my ideal customers have, which are finished piece sellers, we do not have clientele. To me, clientele would be for service providers such as hairdressers, photographers. Those are the only two I can think of off the top of my head. People that you get a service from repeatedly. I bet you graphic designers would have a clientele. Maybe people who create custom things for your business, like Angie and Britt, how they do the tags. But if you just sell finished pieces, you can have return customers. If you're asking how to get return customers, that's going to be your customer service and the quality of your product. Those two things are going to lead to return customers all the time. Also, serving them well, leading with the benefits, why they need what you sell, how it's going to raise their quality of life, and do it in a way that speaks to their heart as a person. So if your ideal customer cares about the planet, tell them how the crafty facial rounds are going to help save the planet. If your ideal customer cares about appearances and what people think of them, tell them the crafty face rounds is going to match their bathroom decor and they're going to look really pretty sitting on their counter opposed compared to a stack of cotton balls or cotton wipies that are disposable. So you need to speak to your ideal customer in a way that speaks to their heart, something that they care about. Because if I didn't care about the planet and you were telling me how it's going to help save the planet, I'm like, that's really good, and I'm going to keep scrolling. So lead with the benefits, have amazing customer service, always go above and beyond for your people. Even when you're frustrated in your DMs because someone's asking you the craziest question that you feel like is so unbelievably obvious. And if they would have just read the Etsy listing, they would have known that answer to that question. Instead of getting frustrated, act like they are the most important person you've ever spoke to in your life. Go out of your way to serve them well, especially at the beginning of your journey, and then stick with it through the life of your business, and you will have return customers all the time. Also, encourage the type of behavior you want to see from them. So if you want them to be doing shout outs and tagging you your products in their posts, you should be sharing pictures and posts of other people who give you shout outs. That's going to subconsciously be like, oh, I should do that. If you want them to leave you 5-star reviews, you should share screenshots and videos or whatever of other 5-star reviews that you've gotten on your listings. And if it says like, Jennifer, 5 stars, I love this product because of X, Y, and Z, you post it and say, Jennifer, I'm so glad you like your product. Your kid is the cutest thing in the whole world. It looks like it fits perfectly. It means the world to me that you have found that you loved your product and it served your needs well. Something like that. You give those types of posts and shout outs, and that will encourage subconsciously your audience to go leave you 5-star reviews. And you can do that without saying, hey, will you go leave me a 5-star review? You can say, hey, will you go leave me a 5-star review? But if that's not your comfort zone or your cup of tea, you don't have to do it that way. You can encourage by showing them actions speak louder than words. Okay. And that would be a good way to help get return customers, if that makes sense. But if you want an audience, if you want customers, if you want return customers, you need to lead with the benefits always, and you need to serve well. Those are the two most important things. Serve your ideal customer well and lead with the benefits. And that is going to help you build your business. It's going to be the long game, but you're going to be built on a strong foundation. It's going to stand the test of time. Thank you for your question. Lainey says, how do you sell on Etsy if you don't have your own patterns for finished projects? Can you use others' patterns for finished projects? Is this okay to do? It's okay to do with my patterns, Lainey. It's okay to do with Sierra of Sierra's Crafty Creations. It's okay to do with Nicole of the Woven Tell Designs, Donna of 3 a.m. Grace Designs, Taylor of Taylor Lynn Crochet. All of these people have given permission for finished piece people to sell their things. It's going to be a designer to a designer basis. You have to ask them and ask them for permission. It's good practice to say in your Etsy listing, pattern and then colons, Claire Bambini by a crafty concept. You don't have to link it, but it's just good. It's good practice and good, like ethically and morally to disclose who the designer is, because other crocheters are not going to buy your thing. And when people ready to buy your thing reads that sentence, they're not going to listen to it. They're going to be like, whoop, gone. But when crocheters read it, they're going to know where to go. So you're just going to save them time because they're not going to buy your thing anyway. They're going to crochet their own. But you do have to ask from designer to designer if you are able to sell the finished piece. I hope that was helpful, Lainey. If you go to acraftyconcept.com/patterns, I have a bunch of guest posters that have come onto my blog as well to give free patterns, and you have permission to sell those things as well. We would not have them as guest posts if the finished piece couldn't be sold, because that's who my ideal customer is. So you can use those patterns as well. Michelle says, hi, Crochet Boss Academy. Still needing narrow products to pick, ideal customer, logo, everything. Okay, Michelle, if you have a specific question, feel free to ask me. If you want to go in a specific direction, I can help you with one of those, or individually. Feel free to ask a specific question if you want me to touch on those. Sarah says, I've been working on building listings for Etsy. Should I add them all at once or maybe one a day? One a day, Sarah, or one every other day if you like don't have that many. That's going to tell Etsy that you are an active shop right now. You are an active shop. You are not just sitting there waiting. You know what I mean? Like you're doing stuff. You're being active, you're trying, you're working. So yeah, one every day or once a day or every other day would be great. Good question. A lot of people don't think to ask that. Heather says, still zero sales, but taking your advice and showing up till I blow up. What's a good, cheap, nice backgrounds for pictures? A foam board from Hobby Lobby or Walmart. I've already used all of mine because I use them to make all of the decorations for Ava's birthday party. But foam boards are awesome. You can get contact paper of like a marble background and then put it on the foam board. And then you can have a lightweight marbled background that you can use. You can buy vinyl backdrops on Etsy fairly cheaply. You can use blankets. You can use, I've used placeholder, like placemats before. Just walk around your house and find some stuff that you think is on brand for you, and you can start using those. Maybe you've got a clear wall and you can hold your product up and take your picture with the clear wall behind it. Gorgeous. I use my yarn wall all the time as a backdrop. If you've got like I have a macrame thing in front of me. If that is on brand for you, I could hold something up with the macrame real blurry in the background, take a picture, done. You can use like curtains, fabric. If you, depending upon your area, like maybe you have like some rocks, like a rock path or brick or um, stone, like cool different things you can use. Just make sure it makes sense to your brand. If you have a rainbow unicorn sparkly brand and then you take pictures in the woods with pine cones, those are not going to be on brand. That would be weird in the eyes of your people. They're not going to know why it's weird, but they're going to feel like it's not clicking. It's not cohesive in their mind. So definitely keep that in mind. But if you are having the Unicorn Rainbow Sparkles brand, glittery placemats from Hobby Lobby go on sale after every holiday. I got some after Christmas this year and I got a gold one. I love it. But you can do all kinds of placemats at Hobby Lobby. They're small, so they're going to be for your smaller products. But that's a really cool place to grab neat things to add texture and design to your photos. Thank you, Heather, for your question. Keep showing up, girl. Okay. I am not going to try to pronounce your name because I will embarrass myself. I'm gonna let you tell me if you would like to like write it out like I'm 5. You can tell me and then I will try to say it, but I'm not gonna try to say it because I will show my lack of culture. She says, or he, what platforms would you recommend for people in countries where you cannot sell on Etsy for physical products, not patterns? So I would, if there are other online marketplaces in your country, do those. I know that Amazon Handmade is a thing, but the price is like 15% commission. It's really high. I know that Michael's Craft Store is starting to create their own online shop. And I can't remember if that's for, I think it's for finished piece sellers because I asked them if they were doing digital stuff and they told me no. So I think it's for finished piece sellers. That's new. You could look into that. Michael's Craft Store. I don't know if you have one of those in your country, or if that is in your country, not just one, obviously. And then I would just do research. If you lived in Argentina, I would say online marketplaces in Argentina, and I would try to find places online that you could sell your things. You could also do like Facebook Marketplace or start your own website. That would be what I would do. I would start my own website and then I would promote it on Facebook, social media, Pinterest, things like that. If you did local markets and you have your own website, you can put a business card with the QR code to your website so people shopping with you at your market can shop with you again online. That's what I would do. The first thing I would do is make my own online shop off of Etsy, either through Shopify or another type of e-commerce platform. That's the first thing that I would do. Let me see if we have a Okay. Thank you for your question. I hope that was helpful. Sorry, I was too scared to try to pronounce your name, but I bet it's beautiful. Diamonds 19. How do you feel about local boutiques versus Etsy in selling your finished pieces? I have a boutique in a larger area wanting to carry my pieces. I already have my stuff in a local boutique. D Diamonds, if you have the capacity and the mental energy and the physical energy, I would do both. I would do both. You have to look at your long term picture. What is your ideal level of success? Are these boutiques letting you use your own branding? Are they letting you put business cards so those customers can come and shop with you separate from the boutique? Are they doing that? Are they helping you grow your business, or are you helping them grow their business? If you don't want to grow your business and you're happy being a wholesaler, you can do that. That's like a business to business kind of deal, and you would market yourself to other business owners. But if you are trying to grow your business selling finished pieces to build your own brand and scalable thing, make sure every decision you make leads to the finish line that you're looking at, right? But if it were me, and that was the beginning of my journey, setting up in local boutiques is a great way to get your name out there, especially locally. It's a great way to see what things are selling. If they're seeing like 3 or 4 of your things together, which ones are selling faster than others? So it's good for like market research. It's good for community. Being involved in your community is very, very good. It's good for your local economy, all these good things. Um, but I also think if you sell finished pieces, you should have an online shop and also an Etsy shop. So, like, big picture, 5-year plan, your own off Etsy e-commerce site like Shopify, and selling on Etsy and selling in boutiques. We're going to have multiple revenue streams. That's how we're going to make decent money, is multiple revenue streams. But you get to do whatever makes sense for you. You do not have to do what makes sense for other people. If it doesn't make sense for you, don't do it. Do things that will help you see your end goal and help speak to your why you are wanting to have a crochet business in the first place. And that you'll never go wrong leading in those two directions. Robin says, I am a virtual assistant and obsessed crocheter. How would you recommend combining both worlds? So, Robin, are you trying to be a business? Are you businessing it up? Or are you a hobby crocheter? What do we have going on here? I'm gonna see if she's still hanging out live with us. You can be a virtual assistant for crocheters or a finished piece helper for crocheters and get paid that way. You can be a virtual assistant for crochet designers and help them write their blog posts and edit their patterns and test their patterns for them to make sure before the patterns go live. You would be the go-to pattern tester and get paid to do it because you're the virtual assistant, right? Um, so it depends on what's your idea cup of tea. What brings you joy? Who do you want to serve? Do you want to serve finished piece sellers, or do you want to serve designers? And how could you curate your business to do both? Are you also trying to sell finished pieces? Because that would be a lot. I wouldn't mix those two things. I would focus on one, because that's two different ideal customers. I would focus on your one ideal customer and serve them well. That's what I would do. But if you want to make things for other people to sell, like you help them make them in the way that they make them, like you might have to tweak your style a little bit because it needs to look like theirs, not yours. And send them finished pieces. There's a need for that in the community. Or if you want to be a virtual assistant for a finished piece seller and help them with social media posts, help them think of email ideas to send to their audience, there's a need for that. Or you can be a virtual assistant / pattern designer pattern tester for pattern designers. There is a need for that as well. So you have lots of options. Lots of options, Robin. I hope that's helpful. Thanks, Monica. I just dunked my head in the sink to try to give my hair some curl because it's 3 days now without being washed. And then I threw on a headband. I didn't love that the headband was the exact same color as my outfit. I wish it would have been a little bit different, but it's what we got. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, Heather says, do you think products that are made to order get less sales than ready to ship? All of my products when I sold finished pieces were made to order, Heather. I said made to order, and then I set my turnaround time appropriately. If you are just starting out and you are not getting sales, or you get like one a week and things are very, very slow, you can be making the things that you have listed as made to order. Say you've got 5 Claire Bun beanies in 5 different colors and you've got 5 listings in your shop. You can be making one of each of those and then start all over, one of each, one of each, one of each. And then you might have 3 of each color in stock, but your listing is still set up as made to order, but your turnaround time is 1 to 3 days because you've already got it finished, but they don't know that. And then you're going to under something overserve, under promise overserve. These are good things. These are things that lead to 5-star reviews. Is when you under promise over deliver. That's the word. Under promise over deliver. So that's what I recommend, because then you also give yourself a cushion. If something were to happen, like you had a flat tire and you couldn't get home fast enough to get your order out before the mail ran, you have a cushion. So they are made to order with a fast turnaround time, and then you're going to be golden. That's what I recommend always. Do you make many products of the same thing for product fairs, or do you make a few of several items and take special orders? So, Brenda, it depends on the type of business you're trying to build. If you are trying to build a well-known branded business that you can scale or have for as long as you want, like a full-on thing, I recommend creating a strategic product line that serves your ideal customer well. Who is your ideal customer? You get to make her up. We teach all of this inside of Crochet Boss Academy, but the doors won't open again until spring 2024. But definitely keep an eye out for that, because I do it all in detail inside of Crochet Boss Academy. So you want to choose your ideal customer, and then you want to serve her well through your product line. Everything that you sell, maybe you sell 6 different products. All 6 of those things are going to solve a specific problem or raise the quality of life in a specific way to one specific person. And you're going to have multiples of the same thing. Imagine when you go shopping, where do you like to go shopping, Brenda? Because if you like to go shopping at TJ Maxx, you think, oh, it's a good deal. So this is just a possibility. You could possibly be thinking, oh, I go to TJ Maxx because the prices are so cheap. Yes, the prices are cheap, but you also have to dig. It's not an easy experience. It takes a while. Every single thing on the rack is different from the thing next to it. Very few times do they have multiples of the same thing. Most of it is a one-off situation. Everything's organized by size because there's so few of each thing. Even the home decor, there's like 1 or 2 of the same pillow, and then everything's different. You can't promote it. You can't tell your friends, oh, I got that at TJ Maxx, because they're probably not going to be able to find the same one. So you got to think about TJ Maxx's business model. Now, if you go to Target, they have multiples of the same thing. They have fewer items and multiples of the same thing. So that's going to be better for referrals, return customers, an easier shopping experience. It's just a whole different vibe, right? And you need to choose what kind of vibe that you want. Another vibe that kind of fits with the TJ Maxx situation are like yard sales and flea markets. And I don't know about you, but in my mind, when I think yard sale, I think secondhand, cheap stuff, dirt cheap. Probably cheaper than the ticket price. Like, you're going to get your swindlers and your negotiators if you are set up like a yard sale, because that is the psychology that everybody already has in their mind, in their subconscious. They know what they think of when they see a yard sale. And if they see your booth and you have one of 50 different things, they're going to think yard sale. And then that's going to be what you present as with your brand. So if that's what you're going for, fantastic. If that's not what you're going for, let's not do that. Same thing with flea markets. It's just a bunch of random stuff, really cool stuff, very random. And also yard sales and flea markets have the psychology of used, secondhand, and your things are new. So that's not really like the mindset that we're trying to get people in, right? So for my type of business that I would recommend growing, depends on who you are, depends on your why, depends on your ideal customer. But if you are trying to grow a lasting, branded, well-known name in your niche, so say you sell little girls things and you want to be known as the person who sells little girls things, you need a strategic product line that are in a small amount of colors, branded colors, and every single product serves your specific ideal customer well, raises the quality of life in a way that is important to her heart. That's what I would do. Thank you for your question, Brenda. Let's see if we can do, it is literally 10:30. We got 3 left. I'm going to try to do one more at least. Emily says, good morning. I'm not quite in a position to actually start a business yet, but what do you recommend I do to get things going? I recommend finding your ideal customer, understanding why you want to have a business. So what's your motivation behind your business? Finding your ideal customer, the perfect person. If you could make up one perfect human being that you could sell your products to, who would she be? Make her up and then design a product line that would serve her well. Write these things down. Be like, Samantha, and tell me some stuff about her. And then start jotting down some things that you could sell her potentially. Just jot them down and then start writing out how you could market them to her. So if Samantha is a college student and you want to sell nesting baskets, you would market them as dorm room organization, right? If Samantha was a stay-at-home mom and you want to sell nesting baskets, you could market them as toy organization, bathroom organization, what I'm trying to think, like living room, like where you put just different things in the home. It would be specific to your ideal customer. So go through the line of products that you want to make, see if you can find a way to serve your ideal customer that you made up in a way to market her well, and then choose like your branding stuff. What kind of colors you're going to go with? What kind of feel are you going to put out in the community? If you have the 2023 content calendar, there is the branding 101 PDF is in there. It will help you with your branding. You can go to Sierra's going to pop up the thing for you, and you can get the 2023 content calendar. We have the free digital version, which is the link Sierra's getting ready to share on the screen, or you can get the paid printed version and get it printed off and bound. It's on Amazon. It's through my Amazon listings. She'll pop that one up next. Excuse me. But at the beginning of the 2023 content calendar, we have the IG crash course, and we have the branding 101 PDF. This is going to help you build your brand. That's exactly where I would start, Emily. That's exactly what I would do. I hope that was helpful. Let's see if we can do one more. Monica says, do you recommend for us to write who the pattern is from on the tags? Nope. I wouldn't. If you're talking about markets, you could, like if you see someone say, you could make that, like they're talking to each other and they're like, oh, you could make that, then you could be like, yeah, the designer is Ashley of A Crafty Concept. She's got a lot of really cool patterns. You should check her out. It's A Crafty Concept. That's all that I would want. Like that would be sufficient for me. Every designer is different from a business perspective. At a market with just mostly finished piece buyers, I would not use your precious real estate to confuse everybody half to death by including who the designers are from. I would just volunteer that information if the opportunity presented itself. We got one more. I'm going to see if I can crank it out. Building my brand for mothers, making items for baby and home. Any product suggestions for home? I have basic washcloths and dish towels, but I'm looking for more unique ideas. Nesting baskets are my favorite thing to market to every single type of niche and people. Nesting baskets can easily be marketed to different folks. Sierra, there's one. This is a free pattern on my blog. They're as 3 different sizes. They stack in nicely with one another. Oh, here's another one. You can also use them as plant things. This is very springy. This is very May. If you sell baskets as home decor, this is what you want to market them in May. But look at this. Boop. They just nest in with one another. And then I have a bigger one. Hands down. Other things that you can sell as home decor. Crafty boho wall hangers. You can make these in any color combo, any different things that you want to put on them. You could move the flowers to the bottom. I have a unicorn one, a watermelon one, a pineapple one, an American flag one. These are all on my blog for free. Definitely check those out. These are fun home decor, baby shower decor, baby nursery decor, baby photo props. Like have the baby in like a little bassinet with this thing on the wall behind it. Very easy, very fun. It's got like a little metal thing in here. This is a fun home decor piece. I also have a pumpkin one for fall. Then you can also do the plastic bag holder. That to me goes along the lines of the Swiffer pads that you said. I think you said Swiffer pads, washcloths and dish towels. That's what you said. So the plastic bag holder, it hangs up and can hold plastic bags if you live in an area or think your ideal customer lives in an area with plastic bags. If they live in Kentucky, we still have plastic bags. Let's just do it together. Let's do it together. I'm going to go to craftyconcept.com, free patterns, and I'm going to share my screen. And then this is going to be the last thing that we do together. So we are live. Okay, I went to craftyconcept.com/free patterns, and that takes us to this glorious page. Now we're going to roll through. You said moms, see, you said baby and home. Any product, any suggestions for the home? Okay, so plenty of baby suggestions coming at you hot. Just keep that in mind. But we do have a bunch of home things too. I'm all about, there's the pumpkin wall hanger. We also have a bunch of Christmas stuff for the holidays that falls under home decor. Here's another basket. I don't think you're going to want that one. That's like for hippies. I love me some hippies. I am on my way to being a very good hippie. I went to the dentist the other day and I had like baking soda shoved up in my gum right here and it hurt. And she was like, "Does anything hurt?" And I was like, "Well, I have this here." And she's like, "Oh, what happened?" I was like, "I hippied too hard." Is what I told her. I'm on my way, friends. I'm learning the earth. Okay. Here's the plastic bag holder. So that's the plastic bag holder. It's made with cotton. You can use acrylic if you want. It would just be more stretchy. We got a wreath here by my friend Allie of the Turtle Trunk. This is a placemat for like plates, like a placemat situation. That was guest posted by my friend Brandy. Pumpkins. This is from, what's her name? Geneva or Jasmine or Priscilla, something pretty. Geneva. These are some really fun pumpkins that work up super quick. They would probably sell really well for you in the fall if you are a home decor shop. We got these little plant cozies, super cute. Sorry, super cute for spring. It looks like a little pineapple, but if you made it different colors, it would just be like, ooh, like linen or something neutral would be really pretty. It would just be this pretty little. It wouldn't have to be pineapple-y. We got this right here, which are hanging dish towels. Also, I do some. Let me get big for this. I do some. Wait. I do a lot of like listening to people on TikTok tell me how to like do better on social media and stuff. And on Etsy, and they tell me things that are trending. And the other day, like maybe yesterday, someone told me that monogrammed dish towels were extremely trendy right now. I don't know if it's like a spring thing or an Etsy thing, but monogrammed dish towels are blowing up on Etsy. So you could take this pattern and just change the grid. This is a guest posted pattern. You might want to reach out to the designer Black something. Or Zach Originals. See if she has like some grid letters that you can use, and then you could buy them from her and have them to tweak the pattern with. But if you could make monogrammed dish towels, like with people, like just initial. You don't have to do like Stallsworth. You could just do like S. That way you can market them to like a Y. They're not super duper custom, but they're like a little bit custom. That would probably do really well in your specific business. I forgot the name of the person. Not Brenda. Who are we talking to? Not Emily, Christina. So definitely think about those for sure, for sure. What else we got? This is for a plant, setting a plant on. So like, I guess to catch water and also just to look cute. So it's like a big plant coaster, adorable, perfect for spring, perfect home decor. You can choose a color palette that matches your brand. There's the nesting baskets. Obviously, blankets matched for home decor. Hanging baskets. This one was guest posted by Sierra. She's hanging out with us today. This one went over really well with everybody. This one looks really super cool. And I think I have a picture in here of it like hanging on my pegboard. If not, I posted on Instagram and Pinterest. But I used to have a pegboard in my old craft room. Those went over really well. People really liked those. Pillows. I have pillows for days. Watermelon pillow, pineapple pillow, cactus pillow, boho pillow, lemon pillow. They're all on my blog for free. And then I think that's about it. There's Christmas cactus, a snowman cactus, a rainbow pillow, cactus pillow, the pencil pillow, the lemon pillow. This baby rattle would be fun for your babies, the baby portion of your business. All kinds of backpacks, earrings. That's not really home decor. Here's the wall hangers that I was talking about. This pattern can be made with red, white, and blue yarn instead of red, black, and green yarn to look like an American flag. And I think, there we go. Boom. Easy. Same pattern, different color combos. We'll write it up we'll get that written up so it's like easier for searching and stuff. But there's another one where the flowers are on the bottom. Okay. And then there's the pineapple one, guest posted by my friend Sarah. she's not hanging out much in the community anymore, but I checked on her a while ago and she's okay. The boho pillow, pumpkin pillow that was guest posted. I love this piece of paper blanket, a rug. It's kind of a big thing for selling, but if you sold smaller ones, like for like a sink or something, or like a smaller circle rug, this could be really cool. It's made with 3 strands of yarn at a time, so it's not super long, but still kind of takes a little bit. But there's where you can find all of those patterns. Christina, I hope that was helpful for you. Thank you for your question. Okay, lots of thank yous. You're very welcome, friends. Sierra's coming in hot with all of the links for you guys. Thank you, thank you. Monica says thank you, Sierra. Yay, you're welcome, Christina. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Go tell all of your friends. Go tell all of your crochet business owning friends that Ask Ashley's where it's at. They need to go watch the replay. You could send them a link to the replay, but you want to encourage them to come with you next week because I will be here same time, same place, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on next Thursday. To do this again, and I can't answer questions if I'm not given questions. So if the live goes well, it's because you're asking good, fun questions. So come back, bring a friend next time, and we will do it again next week. Thanks for being here, asking questions, hanging out. Go take some action. Go do something. Go do something based off of what you heard today. Even if you're just jotting down, brain dumping all the things that came to your brain. Go do something because you're teaching your brain when we take in information, we take action. And then your brain is going to start making you do those things every single time. Because if you do not take action, you are wasting your time. We don't want to waste our time. It's very hard being an entrepreneur. Time is our most valuable asset. We do not want to waste it. So go take action. Teach your brain that that's how you act. You learn, you take action. You learn, you take action. And then you will start doing it subconsciously. And then you will be more productive and get more things done and see faster results longer. Okay. I love you dearly. Have a wonderful rest of your day. May the 4th be with you. I'll talk to you next time.